OK, let's pick through some of the issues coming out of the G20 with Dr Stephanie Hare, who is a senior analyst at Oxford Analytica. Welcome to Arise News. We'll start with Russia being rebuked by other G20 leaders for its actions in Ukraine. Mr Putin has threatened to leave early. Do either of those two things matter in the wider world?
Well, I think the fact that he's been rebuked by world leaders, particularly the UK Prime Minister David Cameron, is significant. They are really trying to keep the pressure on, particularly because EU foreign ministers are meeting on Monday to decide whether or not to impose ever wider sanctions on a group of individuals in Russia. So that does matter, and him leaving, I think, is very much a sort of attention-seeking gesture of the kind that's become very common with him. We can link this to having him send ships off of the coast of Australia or his airplanes violating European countries' airspace. This is all designed to get people's attention.
Top of the agenda at the G20 have been Ukraine, Islamic State and Ebola. Has anything concrete come out of this last couple of days?
Well, we've heard people talking about corporate tax evasion here in the European Union and plans for that. There's the discussion of climate change, U.S.-EU trade talks. I mean, the thing with the G20 really is that most of the things that are already, that seem like they're going to be agreed, were already agreed beforehand. It's really just a chance for the leaders of these countries to get together, have a summit for 2 or 3 days, take a picture, have a chat, and apparently in this case have the diplomatic spat. But it's not a forum where new things are unveiled.
So is there really no more to these G20 meetings than what sounds like just a big jolly?
Well, there's a lot of criticism that it's extremely expensive to put on. It demands high security. And I guess you could say that there is value in the leaders meeting together face-to-face. They have a lot of one-on-one meetings. So Cameron's met with Putin. French President François Hollande has met with Putin. Everyone's meeting with Barack Obama of the United States. So I don't think it's entirely without value. I just think we have to be realistic about what we think is accomplished there.
Just before the G20 started, Barack Obama pledged this $3 billion to the Green Climate Fund, and it took everyone by surprise, including his host, Tony Abbott, who didn't want to talk about climate issues.
Well, I think Barack Obama is surprising a lot of people because he's got a couple of years left, and he had come out quite strongly about net neutrality last week, which shocked a lot of people in the United States. So perhaps we're seeing something new with the U.S. president now, where he's starting to feel like he can do some of the things he wants to do, regardless of whether or not that pleases other people. It did certainly shock everybody.
And so, just going back to the point of the G20, one of the images that is now whizzing around the world is of the various leaders there and koala bears, and it rather undermines the whole point of the thing, doesn't it?
I take a different view. I think it's great. I just saw an article of, German Chancellor Angela Merkel hitting the bars in Brisbane before the summit. And I think it's important because these are people and they make human contact. They're leaders, but they're also human beings. And that's really what the point of this summit is yes, they are all leaders of their countries, but it's these personal touches. This is true diplomacy, the face-to-face meetings.
It's a nice image, that Angela Merkel hitting the bars. Dr. Hare, thank you so much.